Okay, and we're back with Eric's Blue. What is up, man? What is up?
Nothing. I got a new laptop to replace my old little rinky-dink one.
Oh, okay. Is that how you just out? Nothing going on. I just got a brand new laptop. That's all. Nothing.
No, I've been working on my script for my game.
How's that coming along?
I have someone working with me, so it's going to be a lot easier to get done. And I'm going to university now, so it might get kind of pushed back, so...
Oh, I see. Busy. So how was your 2011, man? How was your New Year? Did you go out New Year's Day? Did you celebrate your party?
No, we saw Sherlock Holmes. That was about it. I liked it. It was a little silly, but I liked it. I had a smile on my face the whole time I was watching it.
Good sequel, bad sequel, not as good?
I think I like it about the same. There's some things that are kind of weird, like when they do that whole slow-mo, it got kind of repetitive, but they had that, you remember when Robert Downey Jr.'s character would plan 10 steps ahead what he needed to do?
Yeah.
What I really liked in this one, sometimes it didn't work out the way he wanted, and like outside forces would change what he thought was going to happen, what I really liked.
Cool. Because, when you hear a lot of reviews about it, people are saying, oh, the British, they love that, and, you're American, so that's why I'm asking your opinion. I know it's slightly off topic from what we
Well, I liked it.
About.
I saw the new episode of Sherlock, which, wow.
I haven't watched that show at all.
No, you should watch it. The latest episode had the dominatrix. She's walking around naked on screen.
Well, okay, it got me interested there. But anyway, we're not here to talk about TV and movies, so that was just like the version. We're here to talk about anime, and we're going to talk about an anime that is getting a lot of attention from a lot of people, including Spill Crew, not Spilios, the Spill Crew themselves. So this is how we're going to do this review, because we're going to do this a little different, all right? You're gonna review Panty and Stocking. I'm gonna just put my 1-2 comments. Then I'm gonna give you what I think of it, and then I'm gonna add a clip from the Leog because Harris used to have the anime corner before he's moved on to his own solo project now called Dr. Nerdlove, which that's different. But anyway, he doesn't do the anime corner anymore. And one of the last things he reviewed was this Panty, Stocking and Garterbelt, and
Can I ask, when he started doing that? Because I stopped listening to Leog like months ago.
I don't remember, I only came when I started listening to the Leog, he was already doing it, and I don't think it was a big thing. I think he started it January a year ago, and he only did it for probably 6 months, so it wasn't even long. It was a really short thing. On the Leog, they had this whole thing about...
No, I listened to Leog, it's just, I don't remember that, because... I don't know, I've been listening to Leog for like so many years, and they started trashing anime to a very harsh extent. I was kind of like, okay, I respect you guys because you got me into reading comics, but trashing something that you don't watch,
Exactly, and I didn't just I'm not just putting this Leog review in there to get hits at something with, they're just doing that because they want to boost up their own podcast. That's not it. I want to make a point, actually, and, when it's all said and done, then I think we'll come to a conclusion. But, first of all, I was going to call you Nuance. First of all, Eric's Blue, you were the one, I saw Panty and Stocking because my older brother, he likes this kind of anime, this crazy out-of-the-box kind of anime, and he told me about it. I watched one episode, and I thought it wasn't for me. Obviously, now I've created a podcast, and I remember you was talking about it. You and Habib were both saying that people are bashing it, they're not even giving it a chance. So this is why, in particular, I want you to, give your opinion on it and how you feel about it. So that's why I'm letting you go first, because I've now watched the whole thing, so now I feel I can make my own honest opinion, alright? So, but I want you to go first anyway. So, Panty and Stocking and Garterbelt, Season 1, 13 episodes. What do you think? What have you got to say, X Blue? How do you feel about it?
Well, I liked it. I can kind of consider it a raunchier Animaniacs or Looney Tunes with like the art style of Powerpuff Girls, Dexter Lab, and Samurai Jack.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing is that when the budget cuts out on it, it's very noticeable, which is kind of jarring compared to other Western animation. Everyone knows Gainax for Evangelion, Fooly Cooly, Gurren Lagann. I think this series basically takes what they're really good at and puts it into a series, which basically being batshit insane while having references to a lot of stuff that they like. They had it in Fooly Cooly, but I think they perfected it here because they take nothing seriously. There was like, I think it was episode, I think it was 9 or 10, where it's like you're watching it and it looks like Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
But it turns out when a little bit later on, they're actually, all the soldiers are actually sperm. They're all dying and getting, like, blown up, and, like, and there's, like, tissue flying away in the air, and, like, they're all disappearing, like, wow.
I remember that.
Or the Romeo and Juliet one. We're just taking that whole, like, movie and kind of parodying it. Or when... Stocking falls in love with a ghost, and how it just takes this really sweet thing, just like messes up at the end, where just like these really serious things are not taken seriously. Which in Fooly Cooly they would have serious moments, and even though everything was insane up to then, they expect you to take those moments completely seriously.
So you're saying you kind of appreciated the adolescence it had, just to not taking it so seriously and just having a bit of fun.
Yes.
With the whole kind of show. And I might as well ask you, how do you feel about the negative backlash or what you've heard other people say about it?
Most of what I hear people say about is basically about the sex jokes. Basically, it's a bunch of guys making anime with a nymphomaniac and a girl who loves sweets.
That's paraphrasing, but yes, I hear the same kind of thing. Funny enough, I think I'm going to make an English reference here. We have something called Marmite here. It's a condiment. I've never even tasted it.
I think I have.
And the whole slogan for it is you either love it or you hate it. And I think this show is like that. I think you're either going to love this show or you're going to hate this show, to be honest with you, for what it is. And did you love it, or did you just think it was good and different and stuff?
I don't know if I love it, but I really liked it. It didn't try to go for referential humor, which I really hate when people just, like, show something, then you're supposed to point and laugh at it. Well, I liked each episode were, like, 2 small minisodes. Each of them were a parody of a movie. I kind of listed, if you remember, Sex and the City, Transformers, Fight Club, Back to the Future. Back to the Future one, with Chuck to the Future, I didn't like that one. Of all of them, that's one I really kind of meh about.
Okay.
Zombie movies, Saving Private Ryan, L.A. Confidential, and Romeo plus Juliet. There's a ton more, just those are the ones I just remember right now.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite episodes were the episode 8 with the trial, the zombie episode, and episode 12 with Romeo and Juliet being a parody. I really like that one.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, and especially Garterbelt's one. You learn about Garterbelt.
Yeah, I do. I don't, you know what, even though we're talking about this, I don't really want to, I don't think you can spoil this anime even if you tell people what's going on, except for the ending.
What I can really say is that it's the type of anime where you can pick out any episode of the series and you basically get the general idea. You don't really need to watch them in sequential order to know what's going on.
Sequential order, it doesn't even matter with this anime, except for the last 3 episodes.
I think the last 3 and when Brief is introduced.
Yeah, that's kind of telling a story and setting up for the second season, question mark? I don't know.
Yeah, there's a second season.
I heard there was this, but based on what I saw, I just thought, okay, that's kind of weird.
Oh, and I really love the music.
The music is awesome. I
have to agree. Especially, I think it was episode 10 was where the last part of it was a music video, and basically had reference to different bands. I think I saw like Elvis, Linkin Park, the Gorillaz, Michael Jackson.
So you managed to watch this twice. You said you watched the whole thing twice.
Yes, I watched it a while back, and I was like, I need to rewatch it because I don't remember everything. Then
how was it the second time?
I watched it today. I was like, I really like it. One thing I really think was funny is that after they defeat a ghost, it turns this gigantic paper mache thing, and then they blow it up. I just find it hilarious.
I can tell how much you're loving this right now. You know.
It's not perfect, but it has a few things. Like, I don't like Chuck. He's a reference to Gurr from Invader Zim. I just don't like him.
Reference, carbon copy. I saw it. I was is this Invader Zim? Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Except he's more annoying than Gurr. Gurr was adorable.
He was. I loved Invader Zim.
Yes, I love Invader Zim too.
I love. It was so funny, Zim and Dim, and did they make a movie at the end of Invader Zim?
No, it got canceled. I know they had like a I think they had like a release of an episode that never got finished, but.
Yeah, that's it. Because I downloaded the whole show, and I remember they banned a few episodes. Actually, I remember there was an episode where someone got their eyes removed, where he removed someone who was nosing about in his house trying to find his secret. I don't think it wasn't Dim though. It was someone else, like an annoying neighbor.
Oh yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. I saw that episode online on TV. Sorry.
Yeah, and they removed his eyes. You only saw it in the shadows, but it was really fucked up. So anyway, we totally digress.
I liked the Johnny Vasquez stuff, especially Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
All right, so have you said anything you want to say? Because I'm about to have my turn now.
I think I'm done.
All right, Panty and stuck in the Garterbelt. Okay, like I said, I watched the first episode a while ago, and I just thought this isn't for me. Okay, I've watched the whole series. And it's definitely isn't for me. And, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to break it up into things I like and things I don't like to make it a bit more fair. Things I like is the animation. It's very un-Japanesey-like. I think it's kind of like you said, Invader Zim, Samurai Jack. You can see they use the Americans sometimes try to copy anime kind of style, Powerpuff Girls. You can see the Japanese influence. It's like they took that back. And they wanted to do it again. They took what Americans do and did it Japanese. It's kind of weird, you know. They didn't do anime style. They did more of an American anime style redo. So it was kind of weird, but it didn't look original. It wasn't typical animation, but they did have episodes and moments where they would change the style completely. Like you said, like there was even... I think there was moments where they would do their little power-up move where they would...
Yeah, like the magical girl transformation.
Exactly, and then it would be drawn like as a normal anime. You would see what they would look like if they were just a normal anime. And other times there was a whole episode, like you said, there was like a Transformers where everything was drawn like Transformers, and another time where...
I think there was one episode that looked very close to Paranoid Agent. I just can't remember which one it was.
Yep, it was episode 7 or 8, I believe. I can't remember. But... the things that did on, and the music was excellent. It's just sounded like a very poppy, but very nice. The soundtrack, the background music, the opening ending, really cool, really nice. But unfortunately, what I dislike outweighs what I do like because the anime is just, for me, it's too zany. It's too zany, and things are happening so fast. And, you know, I'm kind of there's some anime that has done that, like another anime that's very, very similar to this is one called Dead Leaves.
Oh yeah, that one. That's okay.
I think it's very similar in in the way it's deployed. It's it's fast paced, it's crazy shit's going on, but you know, with this, like you said, it's done in a way where it's not one episode 22 minutes or 25 minutes. They chop it into 12-minute segments like how Americans do cartoons. And as I was watching it, I didn't find it funny. First, a lot of it was very grotesque, like the episode about people being eaten into toilets and then come out of shit. I thought I should laugh, but it just wasn't funny. Then there was another episode of the girl, she was trying to find the porno tape she made.
Oh yeah, the Sex and the City one.
Yeah, and I just thought, it's just not funny. It's just fucking weird. Why are these characters look like Powerpuff Girls having sex and going around looking for porn? I'm like, I get it, but it's just not working for me. And then there was another episode. The episode where I was like, all right, you've gone totally fucking clear now. It's an episode where, like you said, I think all the sperm that men have ever ejaculated into tissue, they want revenge, and they try to destroy the Kleenexes, all the tissues in the world. Just me saying it, it's insane. But when you see it, it's just so fucking crazy, and it sounds like it could be funny, but when you're watching it, it's just it's just done in a way where I couldn't even digest it. It was just so fast and just, I don't know, man. It was just too much for me. And the thing is, I didn't find it funny. I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to be different, and they were making all those pop culture references and stuff like that. But it was just too manic. It was just too insane. And the story made no sense. They're angels, and they're beating ghosts. They're trying to. One of the girls is a fucking slag or something. Keeps on sleeping with men, and I don't know what they're trying to get. And then I don't know. It just, on paper, it sounds insane. When you watch it, it's even more insane.
No, there are angels kicked out of heaven, and they have to kill ghosts in order to get coins to buy their way back into heaven.
That sounds like a computer game. Insane,
Mario.
insane. Super Mario crossed with hentai, crossed with whatever, I don't know. And then I thought to myself, maybe if this was English dub, I could enjoy it more. But the thing with, I'm looking for some kind of consistency, and the anime is not about being consistent. It's just about...
It reminds me of Ren and Stimpy. That's one thing it reminded me of.
Yeah, just a fraction. No, like 50% Ren and Stimpy, 50%... Oh, that makes 100%. It's got bits and pieces of so much things, and it's just there's nothing, there's no foundation for anything. They're just taking shots at things and showing you things. Like you said, one episode's about this, one episode's about that. It's like a collage of genre and tropes and pop culture references, and it's ultimately amounted to nothing. The ending, for me anyway, the ending, they tried to bring in some, I don't know, like you said, Romeo and Juliet love story, and one of the characters couldn't make their way back to heaven because of, they turned into a virgin again. It was just...
No, she was a complete bitch, and she tried to have sex with over 1,000 men before she went back to heaven, and they didn't like that, so she had to stay back on Earth to get her way back into there.
Yeah, she was magically retransformed into a virgin.
That's because she had sex with Brief, and he was the 1,000th person, and so she had sex with so many men that it went back to 0. So, when you do something so much, it laps back.
Alright, you know what, how would you rate this anime? What rating would you give it, given our Tyro cast ratings?
I put this rating as a acquired taste.
You know what, to be honest with you, everything about this anime says acquired taste. The reason why I wouldn't give it, acquired taste to me means, I didn't like it, but I know someone who would. Personally, I wouldn't give this anime, I wouldn't recommend this anime to anyone, because when I was younger and I used to watch American TV and English TV, they always used to look at Japanese programs and say, that's the Japanese, that's those crazy people, look at the shit they watch. And this anime, to me, is a bad example of what anime represents, even though it's meant to be a parody and it's not meant to be serious. But a lot of people look at this and say, this is what anime is, this is what the Japanese make, and this is why I don't watch anime, because it's just crazy shit that don't make sense. And for me, this anime personifies those people's stupid ideas about anime, and it's not even funny. I didn't find it funny, even as a joke, even as a parody. It didn't work for me. So to me, I just wouldn't even recommend it to anyone. I'm sorry to say it's the truth, but...
Well, it's not that I found it funny, it's that I found it enjoyable. There are points where it was funny, but what people find funny is objective, so...
Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to say that I just wasn't feeling this anime, but, there might be there's some people that do like it. I found that people love it or they hate it. And I didn't hate it. I didn't find it offensive, but I just didn't appeal to me at all. It was just too all over the place. There was no foundation for anything, no continuality. And people might think you're asking for too much. It's just a parody. It's just a laugh. But honestly, I need something to hold on to. There's nothing to hold on to here. It's just one extreme to the next, and it's just too much for me. So I'm sorry, people. It's the truth. It's how I feel. It's just too much.
Well, it's good that we don't have the same opinion, because that would be kind of boring.
It would be. But guess what? Now, we're going to take a little break, and we're going to listen to the Leog's take on this anime and see what Harris had to say about it. And there's a reason why I put this in, and after the people hear it, I'll explain. So let's just all take a 7-minute break, and we'll be back with our comments on this.
So Harris, if you have some anime or manga to talk about, please do. Anime corner. Bravo! Wow! It's worth it just for that.
Since we were...
What?
Now, before I really get into trying to describe what this is, I have to tell you all, this is the one that may make me quit the anime corner.
That is impossible!
Think of how disappointed the young Rubios will be.
Let me paint a word picture for you to kind of set up what your expectations for this should be. Picture it. San Diego, 2008. Kennedy Tartakovsky and John Krasinski from Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, Christopher Lucas.
Yeah, that. Are having a quiet drink. A couple of guys from Gainax Studio come in. They buy them some rounds. They buy them a few more rounds. 2 days later, they wake up in Japan, chained to desks, where apparently Gainax has been plowing them with LSD and porno and saying, "Now you work for us."
Keep talking. That sounds good so far.
Yeah.
This is where they come up with the show Panty and Stalking with Garterbelt.
Okay, wait.
Oh, that
What?
show.
What? Wait, you have me intrigued all of a sudden. You found an angle to make me interested. Please do continue.
When I say this is like the bastard child of Gennady Tartakovsky and Ren and Stimpy, I'm really not kidding. It looks like everything he's ever done. They took the Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab, Samurai Jack, threw it in a blender. Apparently they tried to kidnap Yonan Vasquez, but he managed to get away because there's a character in it that looks exactly like Gear from Invader Zim.
What's this called again?
Panty and Stalking with Garterbelt.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Nothing subtle or hidden in the title.
There's nothing subtle or hidden in this at all. I think they just, like I said, they took a bunch of kids, hopped them up on porn and sugar, and said, "Hey, what would you like to see in this?" To say again, the two main characters, Panty and Stalking, they're apparently angels who have to fight ghosts to get back to heaven, and they do this with the underwear of the Holy Virgin Mary.
Oh, yeah, why not?
Panties turn into a gun. Stalking can turn her leggings into swords. They kill ghosts so that Garterbelt, a giant black priest with a mega afro, can collect the heaven coins. And once they get 300 of them, they get to go home.
So this just sounds like any other anime, really.
Well, yeah. It's almost like these guys got mad that Powerpuff Girls was sort of like a quasi parody of anime, and decided like, hey, we're gonna steal it back, except we're gonna have Rankin Bass do the animation and make it a porno version.
It gets absolutely insane. The very first episode, they're fighting the ghost of a plumber who died because of the stink from a clogged toilet, so now toilets are eating people. And the ghost has decided he's going to become a giant, massive pile of shit that just covers the entire city with shit so that everybody has to smell it.
It's kind of like anime.
Then 3 episodes later, the Panty, whose main character trait is she fucks everybody, to the point of giving one guy like 39 orgasms in one night, and she's pissed off that she only had 2. They're having a movie opening, and she has to go track down every copy of the porno she inadvertently made so that it doesn't overshadow the movie they just did.
Wow, that's a plot, or is
That's
that
the plot.
actually
That's
what's
the plot
going
of
on
an
in
entire
Hollywood right
episode.
now? Okay.
There's
That's
another
not
one.
the Lindsay Lohan story.
There's another one where where ghosts of sperm who got ejaculated into tissue paper are so pissed that they couldn't get to the pussy. They've come to the
No pun
city
intended.
and are destroying all of the Kleenex in the world.
How much of this show did you watch?
Exactly.
And Garterbelt has been so frustrated because he's unable to jerk off because there's no Kleenex. His afro has swollen to 5 times its size.
Wow, that's why is the sperm in his afro? Is what I'm confused about.
Everything is coming out of his afro. It is like the access to Hammer's face. That is the wrong question to have.
Hey, buddy, you're talking out of your afro here.
This thing has references to everything. In the episodes I've watched, I saw references to Wall-E, Watchmen. There's an entire episode based around Transformers, and I mean like OG Transformers. Fucking Kenny from South Park shows up. One part, the art style turns into a goddamn Plimptoons.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yes, this entire episode, the entire series is just people going, what the fuck? Oh, there's another character. His name is Briefs. Turns out his dick is the key to the gates of hell.
Of course.
Well, yeah, we gathered that. Yeah.
Because that is the sort of logic this thing works on.
But what about tentacles?
They show up.
Okay.
No, this is the blender of anime. Anything you might imagine shows up at one point.
So I'm curious to know, because I can't actually tell with you whether or not you like this.
I know, right?
It's impossible for me to tell whether you're criticizing
No.
this or you actually like it.
This is the sort of thing that Pinhead is going to show me right before he drags me to hell.
Yeah, I'm still not sure. That
He still won't answer the question. Again, how many episodes of this did you see?
All of them.
All of them!
It wasn't until the
loves
5th season that I finally had to turn it off.
There was about episode 12 where apparently Panty has had so much sex she actually warps back around and becomes a virgin again.
what, are you serious?
I'm serious!
Wow.
This is a plot point!
They fucked her to her kill screen. That's awesome.
They fucked her so hard her hymen came back and she lost all her powers.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, this is one of the first things you brought up on the show that I'm actually probably gonna go check out. Like, I hate to say it, but I'm like, wow, this actually sounds like a
Yeah, I watched about 4 minutes of one. And I was like, all right.
Kill me!
Yeah, not so much?
Not so much.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some, like, European animation, like, films. Like, there's a movie called Achi and Sisapak that kind of sounds like you're describing something like out of there.
I had that
thought
for
was
lunch.
funny as hell. Yeah, it was pretty good. You gotta need soy sauce, though. Anyway, is that it for Harris's Anime Corner?
Let's hope so. Yeah, Harris, good job. Let's take him out.
How does that in the corner? This is not terrible. Kill me. Kill me.
We could all commit seppuku after that.
And we're back. And how do you think that went down?
He said in a way that if I haven't already watched Pain Stalking beforehand, I would have watched it after his little talk about it, because it sounded way interesting.
Really?
Yeah, he said in a way that if I had never seen it, I would have liked to see it. At least he watched every episode and made a decision before just watching the first one going, I don't like this.
The thing is, they don't talk about anime a lot on the Leog. And this is probably one of the most craziest anime that's been made to date. And if you've never watched anime before and you already got your reservations about anime, is this
Can
the one
I say this?
Go on.
He didn't mention the fact that the anime is done by Gainax, who is known for doing really crazy anime. Like Fooly Cooly, Mutant Evangelion, and Gurren Lagann. He didn't mention that company that actually has a great effect on what they create. From what I know about anime.
Like I said, when they talk about anime in the Leo, they either talk about the Ghibli stuff, which is distributed by Disney, so everybody already knows about that shit, or they bring up the zaniest, craziest anime that I feel that if you've never watched anime before, you're not going to like it. Like, to me, I thought it was strange that you said that you would be attracted to it, but I think you'll be attracted to it for the wrong reasons. You'll be attracted to it because you want to see all that zany shit. You want to see the fucking sperm monsters and the ghosts and the cartoons fucking multiple characters, but you'll come away from it thinking, yeah, that's Japanese anime right there. Fucking crazy. It makes no fucking goddamn sense. Ha 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 ha. But at least...
No, they say that, but a ton of that, almost everything in that, is like references to Western culture.
I don't really see how you could think a normal non-anime watcher would see those things that way.
And I think they'll notice, like, hey, this is like stuff I recognize, and I don't see a lot of things that are maybe Japanese. That's how I see it.
Okay.
But I don't think they probably would notice it, but I noticed it because I watched Fooly Cooly, and there's very few things. It's very obscure. Not to like a amazing degree like Lucky Star, but it's pretty obscure. This was a lot easier for me to latch on to different things and know what's going on, or what they're referencing, or what they're parodying.
You know, you're definitely one in a million, because me and you are definitely on the the other side of the fence, because I feel that this anime just is going to put people off anime. I don't think it's a good anime for people who don't watch anime to watch, and even if you do watch anime, you're not really going to like it, but there's things you can appreciate about it. But again, I just felt that the way they reviewed it, it was more of a I'm pointing the finger and laughing at this because it's so fucking stupid, rather than, this is different. I don't think they were, appreciating its qualities. I think they were really just scrutinizing the stupidness and the randomness of the themes and the topics and the whatever. So that's how I saw it. But
and he said Gur's name wrong. It's like that's one thing upset me. It's like, you said his name wrong. Not Gurd.
You see, the point I'm just trying to make is it's not I hated the way the Leog just represented and took the piss out of it. It's because the Leog represent the people that don't watch anime, and the way they react is the way most people are going to react when they watch this show, and that's why I think the show was bad. I'm really surprised your reaction towards this, man. I really am. You're meant to be upset, Eric Blue. You're meant to be upset like me about this, but you're so calm and conceited. What's wrong with you? Why are you so melancholy? Damn it.
Because he didn't, say, people who like anime are idiots, like I heard them say before about manga. It's like, I like manga.
Well, I just listened to their best of the year stuff. They were talking about the best movie, the best movie, comic, and stuff they like of the year of 2011. And Harris was just said he's the only one that reads manga, and he was talking about 20th Century Boys.
That came out years ago.
Yeah, it was still ongoing. I think. I don't know actually.
I thought it ended.
Well, I don't know. I don't read manga, but apparently he was hyping it up. And again, those guys are interested in anime or manga, so they were like, "Sounds interesting," but I'd rather just stick to my American stuff. So whatever. So I don't know. I don't know history, but anyway.
Yeah, it's been over since 2007. But I know there's a bunch of live action films on the manga. All the adaptations were live action. I haven't got a chance to see them yet.
Have you read the manga at all?
It wasn't my thing. I read the first book, and I was like, this isn't my thing. I prefer Pluto and Monster.
Okay.
His other things. So I know this is supposed to be the guy's magnum opus, but it's not my thing.
Well, anyway, I guess in conclusion, if we just make this black and white, I guess me and the Leo, we kind of share the same opinion. It's some crazy, crazy, crazy anime, Panty and Stocking, and you liked it. So that's basically I don't know what the consensus is. People read the reviews, make up your own mind, check it out if you want. I didn't like it. Simple as that. So, but Eric Blue, you loved it, didn't you?
I liked it. I didn't say I loved it, but I liked it.
Yeah. Okay. Would you buy it?
Would I buy it if the translation was really good? If it wasn't a half-assed kind of ooh, let's do it ironically kind of translation because it's so bad, it's supposed to be good, or something.
All right. So let's wrap up the review. But before we let you go, Eric Blue, what you got planned for 2012? What plans you got? You got your game going on? You got anything else? You got anything else to
I'm going to a university.
So you're leaving me. That's what you're saying.
No. It's an online university.
Okay. So you're not going anywhere then?
Not for a while.
You're staying right here with me and the rest of the Timecasters.
Until probably the end of the year.
Okay. Well, keep us informed. Anyway, we wish you all the best, and keep us updated with your game and all that stuff. And we're gonna have you back on here very shortly.
Oh, and I've been doing updates for it, so right now I fixed every error there was with it, and now I'm trying to update the character art, but the site's not letting me, which is really annoying.
Alright, well, we're going to catch up with you, Eric Blue, in due time, but for now, we got to go into our final segment, which is me and you want to say talking about Soul Eater. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da, Soul Eater.
Bye, everybody. I love you.
Love you too, baby. All right, let's go.